This is Superman. Yes, that's Superman. And this is not some short or cheap trick to get your attention. No, he really is back in a huge way. And with today's news, we finally have the official confirmation of what many of us suspected and hoped for all along. Today, we got the first teaser trailer for the new Superman movie, and it is everything we've been wanting and then some. It is time to dive deep into this footage and discover the epic comeback of the Man of Steel. Let's start off with the most important thing here, because in one single frame, they gave us the answer to all our prayers. That's right, the Superman we've been waiting for is indeed coming. And if the look on Clark Kent's face means anything, then he too has been waiting for someone like Kal-El. Yes, this confirms it. The story will likely revolve around Clark Kent maturing and becoming the Superman Metropolis needs. Basically, Superman becoming Superman, if you will. I think that explains why Henry Cavill was never given a full-fledged solo movie. He was always meant to be a bridge to the new Superman, passing the torch after being gone for years. It is an incredible moment. The next chapter of Superman is going to be amazing. James Gunn stated that the upcoming Superman film would deal with hope and heart and heroism. Many thought that these elements were just part of the overall tone of the movie, but now we see that they are literally put into context by the presence of 3 statues, so let's break them down. First up, we have the Statue of Hope. Here it is up close. If you ask me, it looks like the Statue of Liberty. In case you didn't know, the actual Statue of Liberty has a book in her left hand and a torch in her right hand. In the new Superman movie, however, the statue is holding a lantern. Why is that? Well, lanterns are a symbol of guidance and enlightenment. The torch is obviously a symbol of revolution and enlightenment. The fact that the statue has both tells us that Superman is bringing both the old school values of America and the new school ones. Both freedom and the pursuit of happiness are important aspects of being human, something Clark Kent will help humanity rediscover. Now, moving on to the Statue of the Heart, it's hard to miss this one. It has a crystal clear heart in its hands. Love and compassion are probably the main driving force of Clark Kent's alter ego. After all, Clark Kent's mother instilled the importance of kindness and love for everyone. Compassion and love are at the core of what makes Superman who he is. So seeing this statue solidifies the fact that this Superman will definitely have a heart. Last but certainly not least, we have the Statue of Heroism. Up close, you can see that this statue holds a shield and a sword. Shields are used to protect others, swords are used to fight and destroy. They are often symbols of courage and justice. However, it's important to note that the sword is covered by the shield. It doesn't seem to be actively fighting. Instead, the hero seems to be ready to fight. There's a sense of preparedness rather than aggression. This ties in very well with the idea that this is still Clark Kent, meaning that this isn't actually Superman yet. Clark Kent choosing to become Superman is exactly what this represents. Choosing to take up the mantle of heroism, choosing to defend the innocent, choosing to stand up against evil. It's about making a conscious decision. That's why the sword is covered. Clark hasn't fully embraced his heroic side just yet. But when he does, there's no telling how strong he can be. These statues are not just aesthetic elements of the film. They are symbolic representations of the core themes the movie will explore. Superman will come back to Earth to save the day, yes. But more importantly, he will come back to save himself as well. Clark Kent will find his purpose and embrace his heroic side once again. James Gunn revealed that this film is meant to show how Superman became the symbol of hope for all people. This will likely be shown through flashbacks where we will see young Clark finding hope in humanity, hence the Statue of Hope. His mother instilling these values in him before she died, hence the Statue of the Heart. And then him choosing to become Superman, to live up to his potential and use his powers to help others, hence the Statue of Heroism. I honestly couldn't ask for more, and this is all just from the first teaser trailer. Imagine what else we'll find out in the future. With the teaser over, we have even more revelations. James Gunn also released a series of production photos from the set, most of them showing David Corenswet training as Superman. You might be thinking this looks CGI, and you're right. But what's interesting here is the suit itself. Remember how I said that the sword is hidden behind the shield in the statue of heroism? Well, that same concept is applied here. Notice how this version of the suit has the iconic red cape, but it doesn't seem to have any other features. The reason for that is simple. This is just the base layer of the suit. It's what Clark wears under his everyday clothes while training. It's similar to Batman's undersuit, but without the bat symbol. As soon as Clark puts the iconic Superman logo on the chest, this becomes the full suit. As for why the suit is so tight, it's simple. When Superman is done training and gets ready to fly, this suit will expand as he does. I am loving the attention to detail. As we all know, the Superman mythos is pretty extensive, covering characters, locations, and storylines that span decades. However, James Gunn's master plan is to make this Superman movie a standalone experience accessible to all audiences. In fact, according to the man himself, you don't need to be familiar with the previous movies or the comics to enjoy this film. Now, of course, some knowledge of Superman's history will enhance your viewing experience, but it's not necessary. So if you're new to the world of Superman, don't worry, you'll be able to enjoy this movie. James Gunn wants to bring in a new generation of fans, and what better way to do that than with a standalone movie that stands on its own? It's like watching the first Harry Potter movie and understanding it without having read the books first. This approach allows for more creative freedom while still staying true to the essence of the character. Think of it like a fresh start. All the elements of Superman's world will be presented in a way that is easy to understand for newcomers, while longtime fans will appreciate the nods to the source material. It's the perfect blend of nostalgia and innovation. The release date of June 2025 is not a random choice. It signifies a new beginning, a rebirth. Why June? Well, in June 2023, Superman officially died in the pages of Action Comics, giving way to a new hero. This event served as a catalyst for change and rebirth in the Superman mythos, aligning perfectly with the theme of rebirth and hope that James Gunn is aiming for in his Superman movie. By releasing the movie in June 2025, it creates a nice symmetry between the death of Superman in the comics and the birth of a new Superman on the big screen. It's like a passing of the torch, a seamless transition from one era of Superman to another. This clever scheduling choice adds another layer of depth to the film. So there we have it, folks. Superman is indeed returning, and he's bringing hope, heart, and heroism back to the big screen. James Gunn's master plan is unfolding right before our eyes. This Superman movie is set to be the game changer we've all been waiting for. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. See you later.